Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another Tales of Heroes here on the Team Sportscast Network. This is bandwidth is brought to you by Typefrag.com and Insomnia365.com. We've got a great match for you today. It's episode number 22 with amazingly awesome characters such as One Pair of Pant, Mexico, and Aren't We Effing Heroes on the Axis side. For the Allied side, my co-host, the ever-vigilant co-host, Vittensby. Welcome to the program.
It's good to be here.
Did I use vigilant yet?
Probably.
Dang.
But we have
valiant, vigilant, vigilante? No, whatever.
Okay.
Go ahead. Who we got?
We have Nystrom, we have AJ UK, and Alter Ego. I guess Mexico and Nystrom couldn't settle their differences before the wipe, climbing the 1v1 ladder for the Allies, so they basically decided to bring a couple of their buddies along and see who's better in team games. But I heard this was a great match. It's a little bit of a long one, and I think everyone loves long games because you get to see the full spectrum of Company of Heroes.
That's right.
And I guess you want to start with the map rundown, and I'll give my thoughts on that as well.
All right, absolutely. I mean, this is a map that we haven't done yet on Tales of Heroes, and it's one that we've gone over in the map rundowns, and it's definitely a huge map that we played in the beta. It was very well done, very well executed. The only thing that we pointed out a number of times is this little +10 down here has no matching +10 up here, only a +5. These are the corresponding munitions points for the top and bottom bases, but the +10 remains, and hopefully that will be changed. All you have to do is go in and edit the map just a little bit and fix it. Regardless, let's talk about the main points of this map. Victory points on the far left, far right, and the very dead center. So you have a huge, wide front that you're going to be fighting against your opponent on. Now, a lot of that changes when you go and you actually look. There's trees and bushes and high grass and all kinds of other stuff in your way. So, you know, there's different characteristics of this map that add to choke points. Specifically, the roads going up and down the left and right side of the map are huge choke points for each team. There's fuel points in those, and the fuel points are incredibly crucial in this map because there are only, 6 of them total, I think? Yeah, you have 1 next to each base, 2 next to each base, then you have 2 in the middle, basically. No, 4 in the middle. So, my bad, 8 total. 8 total, and they're all +5s. You got 1 here corresponding, 1 here corresponding, 1 here, and 1 here. So these 2 usually go to the upper player. These 2 usually go to the lower players, rather. And we'll see how it happens tonight. We're actually on the correct, the fixed positions of these right now, with the axis starting on the north. What is your idea and tactical rundown? What are the most important points in this map?
Well, obviously, the points of contention early on are the points of contention on this map are usually those 2 little houses by the +5 fuel. They're great early MG positions. They do tend to have a blind spot at certain angles. You can shoot at them with bikes or jeeps, but other than that, it's not really much you can do if an early MG gets in that house. It's a real choke point orientated map, which is why I always thought it kind of favored Axis a little bit, just having the variety, the capping power with the Volks as well as MGs backed up by snipers. Interesting strategies can start happening, right off the bat. Basically, you can focus on the 16 munitions point, the VPs on the sides. You can go in the center. More often than not, people just try to secure the fuel. The fuel that's on the eastern part of the map in the center tends to be closer to the northern player, just slightly though, and the fuel that's on the western side of the map tends to be just slightly closer to the southern player. I remember way back when we kind of got sick of playing this map, and in early retail, me and my friends went all 3 defensive doctrine and just massed 88s and ATs and walking Stukas and just for shits and giggles, see how long it would take someone to actually take us out if we got these really entrenched positions. So the early OPs can go up. The points by your base don't really tend to be harassed all that much because there's pretty much that big middle ground where you have to fight through it. Some people think the center is really important, but really all that's there is that VP. So it's a good position for howitzers, but other than that, and a good deployment to the left or right side. But other than that, I mean, really, it's just a victory point. So,
alrighty.
That's that.
Well, let's get it started here. We have, again, the axis is one pair of pant, Mexico, and Aren't We Effing Heroes versus Alter Ego, AJ, UK, and Nystrom. We are at the 10-second mark this time. We are unpausing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. And we are moving into the game. We have the Wehrmacht quarters going up on each side right now. Actually, I take that back. Aren't We Effing Heroes is sort of sitting there with his opening pioneers. He's probably typing, as it looks like Mexico has some advice for all of you out there. Playing COH while watching porn is not a good idea. See, I always thought it would be, because those are two awesome pastimes, and putting them together can only be a good thing.
Bridger apparently supports the exploitation of women, so...
Wait,
okay.
What? I was joking! It was just a joke! Okay, moving on. There's some interesting discussion at the beginning of this game. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I think that Mexico and Nystrom have a rivalry going back before the wipe, because during the break they pretty much spammed 200 or 300 games in about 2 weeks to try to secure the top spot on the Allies' ladder. It looks like we have a little early combat going on, a typical wire strategy on the left, but it looks like it failed with the Inchies getting there just in time for Nystrom. We have 2 barracks and weapons support center opening for the Allies. I mean, weapons support center in the middle, I don't know about that. Usually it's probably is best on the sides, and the player in the center gets riflemen to support the left or right. As typical, the Axis player, tried to secure that building by placing an early pioneer squad in there. Again, we have another early wire going up, this time the Allies version of it. And
the Axis version? Oh no, you're looking at a different place. There's also wire going up by Aren't We Effing Heroes over here.
Yeah, they're both wiring off, respectively.
Okay.
Nystrom's wiring off the north, and it looks like Aren't We Heroes is wiring off the south. Which is interesting. He broke the wire, which was really not that smart. We'll see how that plays out. And now he's retreating. That's probably not the best thing to do. Yeah.
Oh, there's the wire you're talking about. That's not a bad move at all.
Yeah, this appears to be a friendly match, so otherwise there wouldn't be so much talking, despite the rivalry, which I'm sure developed. I think a rifle opening is really kind of weak on the sides. I really think you need snipers and MGs just to secure the fuel. I think Axis, that was a major blow to them when they lost that house. Kind of his own fault though, because he retreated. As you can see, there's the MG on the right side in that little house. Tends to be on the right side. The Allies will get the munitions, and then the Axis will get the munitions on the left. I think this map is really balanced, except for that plus 10 point that we had mentioned earlier. Although I would say it does kind of favor Axis.
All right, we have a big battle going on the right here. It looks like. We've got some MG42, actually team up Mexico's Volks and Aren't We Heroes MG here. And I don't think we're going to see the Allied player fall for this. Nystrom, Mexico's trying to pull Nystrom into this MG, and it's not going to happen. Instead, actually, he's actually going to allow his teammate to put the machine gun in that building, it looks like. And that's going to get him access to this fuel. We've got something going on in the middle here. It looks like Engineers versus Pioneers, and of course Engineers come out on top. Wire going off on the right-hand side. There's a lot more wire on this game than there was way back in the beta. I mean, we definitely saw wire going up on the roads fairly often, but we're seeing wire also on the right, and I'm sure we're going to see wire on the left very soon too. It wasn't appreciated as much, I think, as it is now.
Yeah, one of the things that happened on the right side was there was the bike that was there that was being repaired by 2 pioneers, and that was one of the reasons, in my opinion, why they nerfed it. It repaired way too quickly and did way too much damage. But I think a damage reduction might have been okay, but to combine it with what they did, which was reduce the damage and
3 rifle squads on different sides of these MGs.
Yeah, and they're just going to get chewed to pieces, as you can see. It's really, I think, a weapon support center map, especially until you can get the munitions and fuel for grenades. But early game, you're going to see a lot of stuff like that happening, and that just it makes it a pain and a half. But we do have an MG coming up to support, which is good. The Volks are going to get suppressed, but I'm surprised they got suppressed that quickly. The Allied MG tends to blow when it comes to that.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
There's, if you look at the far left, that building that's just where that MG is going into right now, that's a great building for a forward HQ.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
is.
I think this map is one of the maps that shines with the forward HQ because the supply lines are so far from your base. And he gets capped.
So now, actually, the Allied players have 2 of the victory points. We have 500 to 474 right now. And it looks like the Axis have secured the left, if not capped it yet. And they've actually taken back the fuel, too, so they've now going to have a slight fuel advantage once they capture it here. Actually, they already do have a slight fuel advantage, but the Allied players right now still have the victory point advantage.
Yeah, usually when Axis or Allies secure those the 2+5 fuel points, it's pretty much GG. So we'll see how the Allies.
Well, I guess
rally.
neither player has secured the left because they both have machine guns covering the fuel point. So it's still sort of anybody's game.
Oh, they don't have a cap. That's right. Yeah, so they aren't getting quite the advantage. But if you can get both of those OP'd early on, it's quite an advantage to have plus 16 fuel. It's kind of like the rails and metal advantage. If you look where those Volks are, that's a great position for a bunker.
Yeah.
Early on. Which is again why mortars are pretty key. The mortar advantage early on from the weapon support center, I think, is really important. But look at that MG range. Those rifles got suppressed, and they were, Christ, really far away.
Yeah.
But the Eastern Front seems static. We have a little bit of mine action going on. This is a pretty good map for mines. It also might be a decent map for, say, an MG emplacement, although fuel is pretty scarce. And he walked right by the wire. That's funny. That wire that was placed on the far left, of course, the edge of the map tends to mess up wire, and the riflemen basically just walk right through it, and another rifleman squad's walking right through it right now as we speak.
I don't see where you're talking about, the far left.
You can't see it. Oh, the far left, just down the path a little bit if you follow it from the road. There's 2 riflemen that just snuck through there right now.
Aha, I see now. The far left. So between the wire and the edge of the map they managed to get by. That's always really tough to try and wire off. But wow, look at this. Rifles just charging in. And they're probably going to get those guys at least 2 more here.
He was lucky to get that away.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of teching up going on now. We have,
mortars coming in here? This is what exploding? Yeah, mortar team for AJUK.
Yeah, early mortars, I think, really shines on this map. We do have supply yards out for all 3. We'll see exactly how that plays out. They're pretty much ready to tech up, and Nystrom at this point has 99 fuel, so I'm assuming, and just hit 100, so I'm assuming they might go for a tank depot. But I don't quite know what Axis is going for. Did you watch the teching up that they were doing?
Let me see. So far, we have a Wehrmacht and a Kriegsbarracks for Aren't We Heroes. We have also a Kriegsbarracks for Mexico, and a Sturm Armory for 1 pair of pant.
So they're already in Tier 3.
Yeah, we actually got Tier 3.
This was a great Tier 3 map. Just the long firing lanes for the Puma, and this was kind of this was the map that kind of made me think, AT guns don't win you games. I don't know. Just there's just always too much going on. But now that they buffed the range, the arc of fire, HE guns might be a lot better on this particular map. But Pumas were always pretty dominant. Although I don't think I think we played this one out in the beta.
All kinds of mortars coming in here, dropping from a Kriegsbarracks right onto the AT gun. This is a nice attack on the middle. The 2 bikes go to reveal the enemy. It's covered by machine guns, so the bikes just have to back up, and they're covered by the machine guns. They've got, I think, Pioneers over there standing by to fix the bikes. Mortars dropping right on the enemy HMGs in the middle. Wow, that was a textbook assault on the middle of hill. That was really well done. And well coordinated, because there was definitely more than one player in there.
Yep, I agree. We do have a mortar. We have a bunch of units. Three barred rifleman squads, a mortar, a flamer, a jeep. I mean, they're the allies. I believe that's all alter ego. He's making quite a solid push. And there you go. That MG just redeployed. I hate that. When you take it out and you don't set it kind of far away, they tend to move out and redeploy right away. Pretty standard bunker position, I would say, but maybe throwing the MG inside of there would have been a smarter thing to do.
Well, he's got the MG upgrade with that one and a Stug to back it up. If they try to come in from one side or another. Here comes the Stug. First shot does... Nothing. Wow.
Yeah, there was that bug that came out, I think, after 1.3, and that bug was really bad. Stugs were pretty much killing 3 or 4 riflemen. I think people got used to Stugs being pretty good anti-infantry, but as you can see, it's not really doing anything at this particular point in the game.
It's okay. It's got some great burst damage. Like every once in a while, it'll do really well, you know. But you have to have it backed up with something.
Yeah, that's a lot of munitions that Alter Ego just threw to take down that Stug. Let's go see if now he grenaded it. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
did he grenade it by accident? It must have been an accident.
I don't know. Maybe. He killed the pioneers that were repairing it. But I think that Stug was a little bit too early. That should take it down, the stupid bomb. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't going to have the 5% bug there. We have a Flamenwerfer on the left side, which is pretty cool, actually. It's something that people have said have actually got a buff in this patch, although that might have been another undocumented change.
There we go. I just switched the view a little bit too much. Chase the rifleman with the Flamenwerfer. It just seems so slow sometimes. You're like, just go faster. They're just right there.
Yeah, not sure why one pair of pant is spamming Stugs at this point. Pumas would be such a better choice. Certainly that Puma could have done its damage.
And we must have raid, because Nystrom is taking the point there. We have still more of this game going on here. Volk's charging in on the rifles, with also a long-range machine gun hitting them.
I hear a naval worker.
I do too. Where's it dropping?
Probably
there it is.
There it is. Now look at the accuracy on that. I know it must have gotten an accuracy buff as well, because that's pretty, pretty severe.
Oh! I can't believe that couple of squads just seemed to have one drop right on top of them and it missed. Must have just been lucky there, but where is this naval worker located anyway? Is it back at the base? Can't find it. I see mortar. I know I heard it.
First Sherman on the left side. It's going to be gunnered. We'll see how that works out. Oh man, the Flamenwerfer just went down.
Yeah.
Those grenadiers. One of the things that's really good to do against the anti-tank infantry is to just try to run them over, push them out of the way. Although you do have to get close, it screws up their firing pattern. I would say, especially I played some of the Balance team a couple days ago, and he was really good with using M10s to basically keep on pushing my stormtroopers, and they pretty much never fired. And actually, when I tried to move the squad, he hit over a couple of them. So that's something to take into consideration on how to use your tanks in the new patch to compensate for the Panzer Shrek accuracy buff. We do have airborne, so it looks like we have one airborne and one armor.
Yeah, I see an AT gun got dropped here.
Howitzer shots. And we have
howitzer shots on the Stugs. Let's see. Yes, it worked! Nice shot! Holy shit! That was like a 3/4 health Stug just got hit there. That's when howitzer is nice.
Yeah, I don't know why he was spamming Stugs. I mean, those would have been so much better off as Pumas, but we'll see how that plays out.
Here comes
Maybe he was. Go ahead.
I thought I just heard the Nebelwerfer hitting, but I guess not. He's charging his Stug right at the Allied AT gun, but now he's doing it right. Now he's got support from his Volks. They're going to chew that AT gun up. Probably not before the Stug goes down. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like
is that another howitzer? He's trying. Oh, nice! Took out
there's
3
no
of
way
them.
that half-track's getting out of there.
Might be. No. There it goes.
Yeah, that Jeep has been raiding pretty effectively from Nice.
Yeah, look at the left side of this map. Cut off, too.
Yep, and the Sherman's pretty much one shot away from taking out that bunker. It also has 1 bar of veterancy, which if he can keep it alive is going to play a big role. And looks like, I think Nystrom went Armor Company, so he does have probably the field repair options or the Allied War Machine, depending on which side he decided to go from. And finally, we have the first Puma from 1 pair of pans on the right. If those 3 or 4 Stugs were Pumas, I mean, wow, it would have made a world of a difference. I think he actually needed his ally to support him there. With the mortar and etc.
So you're watching the Allies, right? And you never changed sides this game?
Not yet.
What do you have for VPs?
437, 322.
Okay, that's what I have too. I just have it backwards.
Did you switch over to the Allies? Oh, you do?
Well, because mine says that the Axis have 434.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that was what someone had documented, that they had noticed that the replay system was messed up. Just one thing that, further thing that makes our job a little more difficult since 1.3 came out.
Yeah,
but,
hopefully they're working on that. Okay, left side is falling, though, which means even though we do have the Axis already behind, they're at 322 victory points, as far as I can tell, even though it says it's wrong. They're at 322. And the Allies are at 426, and they're about to take the VP on the left, which means they're going to continue to reduce that 322. And that could be pretty close to end game, if they can just hold on to it. But that's the big thing. Can they hold on to it? Now we have a Puma and a machine gun shooting at that. But look at this. The machine gun shooting out the bottom of the building, which is missing. The top of the building is floating. What the hell?
Someone complained about that. It's just a graphical thing, but quads supporting ATs are pretty deadly. You can reinforce the AT itself from the half track. So
that's interesting.
I don't know why he's not firing up with his recoilless. I was actually really surprised that they survived that battle. He had a lot of stuff there. Good support by Mexico.
Maybe it wasn't a naval warfare that we heard. Maybe instead it was a firestrike.
Perhaps.
Because I don't see any naval warfares on the field.
I see. First Panzer IV on the field, but walking into 3 squads of barred riflemen, the AT gun, and some recoilless. That's pretty harsh. It looks like the Allies pretty much have a pretty solid lock on the map right now, at least on their sides, so Axis should probably regroup in the center and make
I'd like to see what a naval warfare could do.
I'm pretty sure that was a naval warfare, wow.
It did sound like one too, but maybe it got destroyed and we missed it? I'm looking all over. I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. We have a first Calliope from Nystrom on the field, and it looks like he has another Sherman. He's upgunning his Sherman. Not upgunning. He's putting the I don't know, what do you call it? Something cal upgrade, the gunner on top.
50 cal.
50 cal. Yeah. And we have a really bad airplane that just scouted. It was kind of diagonal.
Oh, Calliope barrage right into a mass of infantry.
Ouch.
Took out at least 3 or 4 of them there, I think.
I guess it wasn't too bad of a scout, man.
That's what he used. Oh, that's what he did. He used the plane to spot those guys. The recon plane. Not bad at all.
If you look in the middle left, where that salvage tank is. That was another thing that was always kind of an imbalance about that map. It's even worse on Montherm.
Oh no. We have a potential howitzer attack here on a tank. Nope, you get out of the way. Sorry, go ahead about the...
Oh, well, where those riflemen are? Well, basically, Grenadier Squad just got owned. And there was always that imbalance where there was that tank at the center of the map. It's a minor imbalance, but all tanks that start off on maps should not be salvageable. I just think that's an imbalance. A Grenadier grenade going off actually killed something on the upper left.
Oddly enough, that Panzer IV lost. Even though I'm told that the Panzer IV should win that kind of an engagement, maybe he shouldn't be trying to flank
5%
around.
5% bug bridger in the inaction, but he missed it. It was down to 5% and he got a damaged engine. That's what people were talking about. upper left-hand corner.
I see it now. Okay.
Good use of veterancy. They really need it at this point, but
Yep.
infantry companies should be starting to build howitzers right where the position has been consolidated by the fuel on the right. So I'm surprised they haven't decapped the fuel already. He's got so many squads just sitting there. Pretty typical, base rush going on. Axis, I think, is feeling a little bit like they're going to lose this one. So we'll see how that ends up. Maybe
These engineers are going to kill this grenadier squad. They totally killed it. I can't believe he didn't just retreat the thing. Oh, his Stug runs into them as they're retreating. Interesting.
We have a howitzer being built inside of the Allied base, so you might actually see it if that Panzer... We have 2 howitzers in the Allies base. Now he's building a 3rd howitzer, actually. Wow, that's pretty insane. I guess that's why they did the base rush. Oh,
nice.
Just killed 1 howitzer, and it looks like he's dropping a firestorm.
Must be. Yeah, that must have been what we were hearing, because I didn't see a Nebelwerfer anywhere. And he got it, and it's almost destroyed. And he got it with the last little bit of the firestorm. He's got to get his tanks out of there ASAP now before there's reinforcements from the 3 people in that base.
Yeah, that was really risky, but I think it paid off.
Yeah, it really did.
That's a lot of fuel right there. I believe it was, what, 70
75 each.
fuel.
Yeah.
And I think the Allies player on the right really needs to be more aggressive, and he's just starting to do that typical airborne, slow, consolidated push with the ATs, recoilless half tracks, etc., etc.
Yep, there it is.
How that works out. The Stug responding.
Oh, nice. The sniper is getting in on the action. I think he's going after the AT gun. If he gets one more shot on that AT gun, it's gone. And I think he will. But he's not sniping for some reason. Unless he just got killed. He did! The sniper got killed. I don't know, maybe he took a shot and missed. But look at that, Panzer IV taking 2 sticky bombs, getting hit with basically everything. It's not a good place to just leave your Panzer in the midst of 3 bar squads and an airborne, and wow, look at all that veterancy. Holy shit.
Yeah, it looks like that Panzer IV from Mexico. That was Mexico's tank that was in the Allied base. It's always risky on this map. It's just such a long distance between the Axis and the Allied base to even consider some kind of base rush, especially with airborne on the field, just being able to paradrop instantaneously. It's always really risky. Knights, first squads of Knights Cross on the field.
No, they've been on the field, but they just started getting to the point where they're attacking him. Now, look at they're tearing the hell out of that airborne squad. Sorry, bar squad. Look at this. +3, +2, +2, +3, +2, +2, +2. Nobody ever said Knights Cross were bad once you got them into combat. They're just expensive. Holy crap. They finally got suppressed by a bar squad.
Yeah,
but the Volks haven't been.
Mexico's using the repair kit, which you get at Tier 4. Which, not the repair kit, the med kit, and healing up his Knights Cross.
That's actually kind of cool to have happen in battle, especially with Knights Cross.
Wow, if you look at those bodies, wow, that was a lot of riflemen he just chewed up.
Yeah.
Panzer IV supported by Ostwind and Knights Cross, and that was a big turning point in the game, and certainly the Axis can rally from that breakthrough.
Here comes the Knights Cross to finish off the last bit of the AT. There it goes. Ostwind on this, countering it perfect. Look at that. Boom! That's a lot of XP. We do have a Blitz on this side. We have, I think, obviously a Terror on this side. And here comes the Calliope Barrage! Say goodnight to those Volksgrenadiers. They ain't coming home to mama. Okay, maybe 2 of them are. Okay.
I noticed there was a Tiger Ace on the far right.
Really?
Yeah, are you on the Allies' perspective right now?
No, I'm on the Axis perspective.
Axis?
Where are you seeing?
Far right by
the
there
is a Tiger Ace. It was yellow.
Unfortunately, it ran over the mines, so...
Yeah, right there.
Mines and sticky bombs are a Tiger's worst nightmare.
Yeah, even though it's taken so little damage, how long is it going to take him to get a repair engineer, a pioneer rather, over here to fix it? It's still going to have a damaged engine for a long time to come. Uh-oh! Howitzer dropping over on the... Oh, never mind, it's not. Oh, there it goes! Knights Cross going up.
Good anticipation.
No amount of veterancy and really, really good reflexes can prepare you for an artillery shell that falls on your head. Much less a howitzer. Now, is that an on-map? I don't think it's an on-map.
No, that one howitzer that didn't get killed, I believe, just to bomb that area. But yeah, that was a pretty good. What do you call it? Intuition, I guess, on where the Axis player was going to move. So I think an MG emplacement wouldn't have been necessarily a bad idea for the Allies. It certainly would have bought them a little bit of time, something to fall back to, I would say, to stop infantry from basically running rampant. Those are really underused because they cost fuel as compared to the bunkers. I mean, how many MG emplacements have you seen this game?
Uh-oh, there's your pin.
How many bunkers have you seen? I'd say I've seen at least 5 so far. So I think the whole bunker versus... I think when we talked to Sam, was it? He said that it was balanced for team games, the MG emplacement, which is why it costs fuel. But bunkers really need to be looked at. I've always said that for the longest time, but it's never gotten any change. That might be the next step. It just... I don't know. I don't want to get into a huge discussion about it, but I can see their reasoning for it only costing manpower. But you can upgrade it to repair station, med station, the MG. It's just a world of difference between the MG emplacement.
And it looks like they're trying to howitzer this bunker into submission, but they haven't hit it yet.
We have 2 more howitzers already built.
Really?
A little bit of scouting going on here. Massive amounts of howitzers. This was a favorite map for 88s as well. The typical 88 versus howitzer map, I would say.
It's just got such a wide front. It's good to be able to have something that has such a long range. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Is that bombing run or strafing run right into the middle? But again, damn near misses completely. So now, let's pause it here and we'll switch sides.
Oh, did you notice that strafing run did it, like I had mentioned about that? It's strafing run the entire map.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Are you paused,
Yeah.
by the way?
I'm at 26:45. You want me to pause?
Pause it.
Sure.
Tell me what you're at.
26:46.
Okay, I'll pause it at 26:46. Looking at a howitzer barrage in the middle. Man, he has so many, he just uses them whenever he needs to. I don't think it's going to stop him from capping. Yes, it does! About a half second away. Very nice. I'm at 26:50. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what was going on. I was going to switch sides here and get a look at the Allied perspective. So now, first, all right, so let me stay on the Axis side and let's see what we have on the tactical map. We have Oswind in the middle, and we have a Tiger Ace and some AT guns. I think those are stolen AT guns, are they? Yeah, I believe those are the Allied AT guns that were picked up by some Axis units. And we've got a Panzer IV supporting a Tiger Ace on the right, and we've also got the points taken on the right. We've got in the middle a couple of Knights Cross that are now going to have to retake that point because the Volks got annihilated. We got a couple of Grenadiers, and it looks like some Panzer IVs and Stugs on the left. Versus, let's switch on over to the Allied perspective here and see what we have to see. Down here we have AT gun and Sherman, I see, unless that is, yeah, Sherman. We also have Sherman down here, another Sherman, another Sherman, another Sherman, airborne, and okay, so this is really good. Yeah, I'm paused. I'm just taking a look at the tactical map on both sides. So we've got a lot of stuff on both sides left. So either side could still make a huge push. The middle remains neutral. Let us find out what happens. I'm on the Allied side. Are you ready to go?
You want me to switch axes?
Yeah, switch to axes.
Okay. Yeah, there's that major push that's pretty much the Allies are trying to do on the right with the Bard Riflemen, half-track, and 2 squads of recoilists. Looks like all that's really there to counter is the Tiger Ace. I'm at 27:41.
All right. 27:41. I told you to pause before. I'm at 26:50. Stay at 27:41. I'll tell you when I get there.
Am there.
Okay. So I am looking at 401 to 212. It's the Allies that are down at 212, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's still a little messed up, but, you know, we'll just take it for what it's worth. It's backwards right now. And it looks like we have a big infantry push here moving on up. I'm at 27:19 now, moving on up. 27:41, you said? I'll let you know when I get there.
Sure.
Allies pushing up on the right this time. Alright, if you're waiting at 27:41, unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. And a Tiger Ace is there to meet this. Oh my god! That was a recoilless rifle squad. No, that was a bar squad that just got obliterated in one shot.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiger Aces seem to do a lot better against recoilless. There must be some kind of different, I don't even know what to call it, but regular Tiger would have been pretty much down to half health. I know it has more HP, but I just think, it looks like we have a really well-placed Firestorm going off on the right, but the Tiger got sticky. That's bad.
A howitzer coming down, so he has to run his guys out of the Firestorm into the howitzer. Is that a new version? Out of the fire, out of the frying pan into the fire, out of the Firestorm into the howitzer barrage. Wow, yeah. His team is getting, his entire squads are getting so chewed up. Did he have anything left? He has a half track left, and he's retreating 2 guys from that whole attack.
Calliope barrage on the Tiger.
Oh man, is it going to be able to take it out? Not quite. Very close.
Yeah, Nystrom's Sherman was a bit late getting there. I really think that he could have done a lot better against that Tiger Ace if he had that. But it seems like we have all the tiers in action now. Everyone's everyone except what was that one pair of pan is teched up to tier 4. So there's probably going to be a Panther popping out sooner or later. It might be a decent investment, especially with level 2 veterancy. It makes them a little more effective against infantry. Looks like more howitzers going off, trying to take out that Tiger Ace. See if he gets a lucky first shot.
No, it's moving out of the range now.
My God, that place is so.
Look at that!
Completely cratered.
That is ridiculous. The trees that used to be here are not anymore. I'm hearing lots going on over here. The Calliope's in big trouble. I think he's going to try. He was bringing it up to use it again on the Tiger, but now he's getting hit by a Panzer IV and Grenadiers there. It looks like.
Nice cross with bars. That's
really? Oh man, it totally is. But didn't they all carry weapons more effective than bars? Does it make sense to pick up bars at that point? I don't know.
It gives them a little bit of anti-infantry, but pop a Shrek on those guys or something, or bazooka. Although we haven't seen any Rangers, which is surprising.
That's true.
He went.
We have an off-map combat group, which means we have 2 machine guns, a mortar, a rifleman, and an M10. Lucky, you know. What is this, a base rush?
No, it's not going to be a base rush. I just think they're trying to get rid of that, work their way to get rid of those howitzers again. Mexico did a good job the first time, but...
oh no, he put him a little bit too exposed. There it is, I see it. He's so close to getting to it.
That half track's pretty much toast. One lucky shot, but it's that... Yep, there we go. There's still a good 20 minutes or so left in this game.
Yeah.
How it's gonna end.
I don't think that Mexico realizes how close he is to one of these howitzers. He's just out of range of it. But I think he must not be able to see it. If you're looking at that Tiger, can you see the howitzer just to the south of it?
No.
No, he's just not able to see it. Where are the rest? There's 2 more howitzers.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mexico's Tiger does not have veterancy on it, and that's kind of a big disadvantage.
Compared to the Tiger Ace, yeah.
Yeah, that is one advantage the Tiger Ace has. It's a lot more durable. But if you can slap on, say, just 1 level of veterancy, makes it a whole different tank.
Oh no!
First Allied war machine going off. Anaketos was bitching at me earlier today because he was like, "Stop firing at it." And I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" He's like, "Attack ground, you noob." I'm like, "Yeah, so he can fire at me for like a minute and a half or something." This is why Allied war machine's kind of overpowered.
Look at that.
I mean, with no penalty, he could take out that Tiger and the Panzer IV, and that's just not right.
Yep. Wow. I hear howitzers.
Yeah, I do too. It's really a problem in team games more so than 1v1. I think it might actually be somewhat balanced for 1v1, but it still needs to be looked at, like Taylor said in our discussion show. We have another Tiger coming out of the field.
Oh wow, howitzers are going all over the top of the map here. Look at that. Tiger Ace is almost dead. 5% bug. It's not getting killed by the howitzer somehow. Or is it? I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, it has main gun destroy, damage engine, 5% bug free.
They blew the hell out of that thing with 3 howitzers. Holy crap!
Yeah, when I played Cepha back in the day on this map, that was the first thing he would go for, was howitzers, because they're so effective on this map. Especially because it's, as you can see, I mean, really there hasn't been much of a shift near the bases. It's usually in that large midfield, especially on the far east, far west, and then the middle, the roads, so to speak. That there's a lot of change. This is a really interesting map for Annihilation. Games can last freaking forever on it, just simply because the points by their base are just so unharassable, it seems. Rifleman with a Panzerschreck from Nystrom against a Tiger from Mexico.
Is that what they have? That's not what they have anymore, I tell you what.
Yeah, they dropped it. Did the Allied player on the far right, is he still in the motor pool phase, or did he tech up to tanks?
Far right has... No, he has not got a tank depot that I can see.
Yeah, that's not good. He should have teched up a while ago. Oh my god, the Calliope barrage on the left just took out like 3 Grenadier squads, pretty much.
Wow.
And took the Panther down to pretty much no life. I mean, it's at about a 1/3 health there.
But it looks like they might be able to catch it with these 2 tanks, unless he's got something to protect it with. Here it comes. Now that Calliope's in trouble. The Panther's going to get some revenge right here. And I hear a lot of barrages going off somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Must have been
Looks
right
like a
here.
bombing run might be incoming. I hear
Oh,
bombs dropping.
but I don't think
Oh,
they
that
hit
totally
anything.
missed. No, bad use of munitions.
Nice warm-up, because the Pershing has just jumped in.
Finally a Ranger squad. Yeah. But Rangers aren't all that effective
Oh, man.
against tanks.
Allied
Another
War
Allied
Machine. Why did he use that?
Again,
Is he fighting in his base too? I don't know.
Yeah,
It
he's
just doesn't
fighting
look like...
a Tiger. The Tiger just ran over the entire squad of Rangers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You see
I
all
can't
the bodies underneath it? You see how when they just took a shot on the left side by the
Oh,
base?
man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it was a little early to fire up Allied War Machine. He didn't have anything that was close to dying, I don't think.
Yeah. Allied War Machine is pretty much the new Sherman Smoke, in my opinion, with its availability at this point. Being at 4 points in, it's just not really that. I don't think.
Oh no, 5% bug. He's not going to get Allied War Machine because he's got the 5% bug on his tanks. Look at on both tanks, on the Pershing and on the Sherman. If only he had. He's like, man, if only they'd actually done damage to me. I could have got it back for free.
The Pershing's durability, now that it's not so weak against Panzerschrecks, it really has a much better role now than it did before, because Panzerschrecks was a really hard counter.
He's like, please kill my Pershing. He's throwing it into combat, turning on Allied War Machine, but he can't get his opponent to shoot the thing. Oh, that hurt. Wow, that was good.
Sticky bomb on the Tiger on the far right. See if the recoilless just finished it off. I believe that was probably a Tiger ace. A little harassment going on from the mortar team from AJUK in the middle on a strap point.
Oh, Pershing went out of control after all. But not before the Allied War Machine wore off. Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a close one.
Mexico's reversing his Tiger. If you see that on the left,
Yeah.
that's a bit funny.
I'm backing my Tiger into your tanks. I can take
He's
that.
like, it's cool. Shoot the rear of my tank. Yeah, it's all good. I just want to finish off your full health Sherman, pretty much.
Yeah. Look at all the hedgerows are gone. This map has been destroyed in this game like I've never seen it destroyed before.
Yeah, in the far left we have a Naval Warfare AT gun and a walking Stuka. I really think they need that walking Stuka to be on the front lines to counteract some of these Calliope barrages.
Yep.
And
Oh.
another Allied War Machine going off from Nystrom.
Wow.
Overpowered? Maybe not. I don't think there's any debate that that's even worse than the Sherman Smoke was. Thank God we haven't seen any Sherman Smoke this game, though.
Unfortunately, though, Allied War Machine has... I think that's the first time I've ever seen a tank come out yet that he's used Allied War Machine for. I don't know, was that just bad placement, you think? Or bad timing on the Allied War Machine?
I think it's smart play from the Axis to avoid actually killing the tanks. It
But it still damages your tanks. Oh,
Yeah.
man, Howitzer on the
Nice
backing
Howitzer,
up
boys.
Tiger.
Main gun destroyed more 5% bugs. I mean, this is exactly why it's a problem. Because there's been so many tanks that have crawled out of there time and time again. The 5% bug that should have been destroyed. But, I don't know. Weren't we informed that that was a feature a long time ago? And
Yeah, I don't
now
think it
suddenly
actually
it's a
was.
bug. Yeah. Finally, the Sherman's finished off the Tiger. Now they're up.
They, like,
so
walked
it's
the artillery backwards
crazy.
to where the Tiger was going to be. That's ridiculous. He's got so much artillery in his base now.
Victory points. What, Axis is at 337, or are the Allies at 337? I don't even know.
Axis is at 330. Yeah, Axis is at 337. The Axis have control of 2. And the
Yeah.
337 just fell to 334 and 333. So
Right.
I assume that means the Allies are at 333.
I assume that something's wrong with this replay system after seeing this. Oh man, the Pershing just walked into that Stuka that I was talking about on the left side, finished it off. Yeah, that Stuka should have been on the front line. Really, all that's there is that AT gun. That Pershing could take it out. I think he's a little, Nystrom's a little bit worried. But my god, these howitzers now have like, what, 2-3 bars of veterancy on each of them?
Yep, I'm seeing 1, 2. 2 of them have 2 bars. No, 2 of them have 1 bar, and 1 of them has 2 bars. Looks like we're firing at the far right side at that Tiger Ace. We might see a howitzer barrage coming in just a moment.
Yeah, they just lost the Panther that was there as well. That Tiger Ace is not supported at all, and that's a real big issue. Just marching your Tiger through, like, there. I mean, what was his goal with that, I wonder? Considering he couldn't cap anything with the Tiger Ace.
Yeah.
So it's a
He's
bit
backing
odd.
it up behind the house. It's like you can't hit your AT gun if you're behind the house.
Yeah, I think Axis has pretty much been the aggressor for at least the last 10-15 minutes.
Drop
or
a
so.
satchel charge back there and force the Tiger to come out. I want to see that. Come on. Satchel charge the Tiger.
Yeah, he's got enough there. I mean, 2 squads are recoilless. One has 3. What? Oh, propaganda!
Wow!
You see that? That was a real nice place propaganda.
Yeah, it was.
Unfortunately, the bar riflemen are going to come out, probably sticky it. Probably GG Tiger. My guess is it's
5% bug. Watch it. Here it comes.
Nah, it's got about 10% left. Maybe 7%. Just enough.
Yes! I was right. And it kept the gun this time.
You win the bet.
This is the most ridiculous game.
So many howitzers.
Oh my god, I know. A couple of Tigers in the middle now by Mexico. I mean, I don't even know why he bothers getting stormtroopers. The instant they come out, I mean, they've got bars now, it looks like. But the instant they come out, they invariably get hit by Calliopes or howitzers.
Well, he's blitz, so when he calls the Tigers, he pretty
Yeah,
much gets... but yeah, he did use a manpower blitz for that, which means he felt he needed it right away, because that is a severe penalty. Let's see if
Here
Nystrom
comes
pops...
the Calliope.
Allied War
This is
Machine.
the overpoweredness.
Nah, it's Allied War Machine. God damn.
One
It's like,
Tiger
what, the
crashes
fourth
into
time?
the other.
But, uh-oh. Tiger's turning to target the Sherman.
No, he's targeting
other
the other Sherman.
Yeah.
5% bug again denies Nystrom his. Oh, he drove his Sherman into the line of fire, even though the Tiger wasn't targeting it. He's like, I want a new one. God damn it! What do I have to do to get one? There it is.
You got to ask yourself at this stage in the game. I mean, what is munitions really going to do for the Allied player? And that's why I think Allied War Machine needs to be looked at. I mean, sticky bombs, maybe AP rounds. But really, if you go armor company, what are they going to use the munitions on besides Allied War Machine and field repair? bears. There's really nothing else now that the Calliope barrage is full.
So, by the way, Hill 331, the entire map has been renamed. It is now known as the face of the moon.
Hill 911.
Yep, Hill 911. Look at this. Firestorm on top of howitzer, on top of running the hell away stormtroopers.
Pershing versus Panther on the left with the level 3 veterancy, but it just took a howitzer shot. I don't know how the hell it took a howitzer shot all the way over there. But Axis has held the fuel, which is why they can keep on spamming these Panthers and some of the more powerful tanks, as well as getting veterancy on
Ooh, a
them,
triple
so.
vet Stugs there too to help out.
Yeah, with the side armor.
Did that Stug just shoot twice?
I doubt it. There's a Panzer. No, there's a Panzer IV with. At level 3, Panzer IVs also get the side armor skirts, which is really nice.
Pershing's in big trouble, but he doesn't have enough for Allied War Machine here, so he's just going to sit there and keep repairing it. Now, that Pershing might be gone here if you can keep that Tiger alive long enough, but he's
trying to flank it.
Yeah, he's having trouble.
That's not going to work.
Oh, another reflection.
No, he's got so many Ingies there. I don't know why he's doing that. That was not necessarily the best thing. It's a Tiger Ace, though, so Pershing versus Tiger Ace was the classic, armor versus terror battle way back.
And he could get it in one more shot, but that's the front armor. It's going to be tough. There it is! Now he's going to one-shot these things here. Watch. Here it goes.
Yeah.
Goodbye, engineers. Okay, maybe not.
Well, he had 3 Ingie squads.
Oh my god! More infantry! They keep throwing it. Axis is like, well, I normally use infantry. I might as well build some.
Bombing.
No!
A howitzer.
Oh my god! Some cry. I've got some tears.
M10's getting pwned. It looks like Nystrom's entire tank force just went to hell.
Yeah, but...
Calliope barrage coming in.
Oh my god!
Rear armors on the Panther might actually take it down.
More rear armors, more rear armors. Main gun destroyed, 5% bug, and it's gone.
That was.
And more howitzers. He's got enough howitzers to be constantly barraging at this point. He's just cycling through them, and the timer counts down. By the time he's done, he gets the next one. He's got 4 of them here.
I think this is the breakthrough that Axis needed in the center. Unfortunately, on the right, they're pretty much completely screwed. It looks like, from what I can see, a couple AT guns, rifles, recoilless against what, a Tiger Ace. Oh, but a Firestorm just came in and changed that whole dynamic.
Yeah. Plus, they haven't even captured the right side point at all. It's still sitting there as Axis.
So you mean the fuel?
Oh, no. Wait,
Yeah,
sorry.
they got it.
I'm struggling. I'm looking. I'm
on.
just wrong. That's okay.
There's so much action in the center over that VP, it's almost like why? Because there's, for pretty much as long as I can remember, there's just been 1 Nebelwerfer and 1 AT gun sitting on the left side of the map, not doing anything. Another off-map Tiger coming from Mexico. You'd think he could afford, with 800 fuel, to get a little bit of veterancy on that tank. I mean, that's a critical mistake right there.
Yeah, Aren't We Heroes has triple vet Panzer IVs and Stugs down in the base here.
Another Allied War Machine going off. I mean, was that number 6?
Yep, and it looks like he's going to get a free Sherman out of it.
Yep. And I don't think it's going to help. I think that's pretty much the end of Nystrom on the left. It's going to take an awful lot of howitzers to take care of that force. Those tanks are pretty much at 2/3 health. Oh my god, a Calliope barrage. Yeah, that'll do it, but we'll see.
So now let's just sort of recap and see if we can follow what's going on here. We have the Allies controlling the center and the right, and they really are in control of the right, it looks like. And now they've got the left. They ran some infantry all the way over there, and it looks like that's going to be a good game. Because now that they've got all those, they can basically tick the enemy down real quick.
Yep, and since there's an airborne player, that's if you get low on VPs, the airborne, a recon run, paratrooper drop, harassment's pretty overpowered on this map.
Panther 4 is all alone now.
Yeah, I'm surprised they were able to counter that. It was really the Calliope barrage that helped him out,
Yeah.
more so than anything else. That's just a
5%
shame.
bug again. How many? Is this like? Does it get worse? Because this is like the 7th time we've seen this.
Yeah.
There it goes. And now they've got control of all the VPs. This is almost over here. 90 VPs now, counting down.
Yeah, Allies finally broke through and secured the map. It looks
Sticky
like.
bomb in the rear. Coilless in the rear. Everything up the rear. Sandpaper condom. GG. Okay, thanks, bye.
What the hell is a sandpaper condom?
What?
Is that what you just said?
Yes. You know, you never heard the expression somebody's getting raped up the
No.
ass, and it's so bad. They're not just
Jesus
getting raped up the
Christ.
ass, they're getting raped up the ass with a sandpaper condom. It just gets worse, you see.
You heard it here first, guys.
That's what people say, isn't it?
Not on my side of the United States, but it's all good. Have they done a howitzer push? You know, on the right, because where those huge craters are, you know, just a little bit north of the fuel, that's a favorite spot to place howitzers.
No, there's no new howitzers. This landscape is ridiculous. Look at all. I mean, I'm no words. No words. This is. I can follow a line of craters from like the Allies' base up through the middle to the left and down and up to the fuel and then left of that and then up and then left. It's ridiculous. And you can do it on the right too. Here we have some here. We got some more over here. Massive amounts over here. And then walk it to the right over here. I don't think there was a piece of this map that wasn't fought over that didn't get howitzered like 6 times.
Yep.
12 VPs left. What an amazing game.
Exactly.
And more howitzers! Trying to take out that Tiger one last time. There it is.
Over.
Replay over.
Just under 50 minutes.
Damaged engine with a 5% bug right at the end. GG. If somebody wants to do us a favor and go back and count all the 5% bugs in that replay that we saw.
And the Allied war machines for that.
And the Allied war machines. And the Allied war machines that failed because of 5% bugs. And send it to Relic and be like, okay, come on now. No more playing. No more playing around. But damn. That was a good game.
Some of those probably would have been better off as crew repair vehicles. As
Yeah,
field
you're
repairs.
right. Because I think he pushed it a little
cheaper,
too
too.
early sometimes.
Yeah, and there is risk involved, but again, all your tanks, you know, get that ability, and I've seen better uses of it, but still, I think it's pretty clear that it's an issue. After watching this replay, I think it just solidified my opinion even more. How many damn howitzers was that?
There's only
I see
4.
3.
That was only
4?
4. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of crazy.
But, I mean, wow. Just look at this devastation. You could look, and there's it's the freaking moon. I swear to God, Hill 331 is now the moon. I have decreed it, and so it shall be.
Yep.
Here's some more. And
You know,
this,
since the replay system doesn't show the stats at the end,
Yeah,
like if
that's
anyone's gonna
unfortunate.
submit a game, like if you play a game that you really think is good, please like screenshot the stats at the end.
ooh,
because
that would be nice.
Yeah, I actually every time I think about posting a replay on say Game Replays or something, which we haven't plugged this whole show surprisingly. Yeah, I always print screen, and I'll just post the replay, and then once it gets to like the second page of comments, I'll just go ahead and post a screenshot. So please, in the future, screenshot each one of the the tabs when you submit it, and just zip it up for us. Cool. Any final thoughts, Bridger?
Just don't forget to check out Insomnia365.com for your dedicated game servers. Great service, great hosting, great price at Insomnia365.com. Also, Typefrag.com for your Ventrilo hosting. If you've got a WoW guild, some COH buddies, some Battlefield 2 buddies, whatever. If you want to hop on and get a clan going, or you want to get just a couple of a place for your friends to hang out, Typefrag.com. Typefrag.com. So that's all I have to say. I believe that means it's the end of yet another Tales of Heroes. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've got feedback for us, Send it to talesof at tsncentral.com, TALESOF at tsncentral.com. We also have a new button on our page if you want to help support the show. Send us a donation through PayPal at our website, tales.tsncentral.com, TALES.tsncentral.com. Thanks, everybody, for listening and watching.
TSN, the Team Sportscast Network.
This broadcast is copyrighted 2006 by the Team Sportscast Network. Any copying, reproduction, redistribution, modification, rebroadcasting of any kind or any manner is expressly prohibited without the written permission of the Team Sportscast Network, LLC.